Any ties potentially to terrorism with
That's
presidents?
still way early to talk about. We have no idea because we don't even know who the person is at the moment.
Has that person been neutralized?
We don't have that person in custody.
And before we begin, I want to send our love to the Michigan Jewish community and all of the people in the Detroit area following the attack on the Jewish synagogue early today. And I've been fully briefed, and it's a terrible thing, but it goes on. We're going to be right down to the bottom of it. It's absolutely incredible that things like this happen.
Is there anything you can share about the Old Dominion shooting and the Michigan synagogue investigated act of terror?
Tragic.
Mr. President, do you think the Michigan shooting has any connection to the war in Iran?
We're about a quarter mile from Temple, Israel, which is in West Bloomfield Township, northwest of Detroit. Earlier today, there was a reported active shooter at the school inside Temple, Israel. It turns out that a suspect, according to Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard, drove a vehicle into the doors of the school, into a hallway, where that suspect, a male, we don't have a name, age, or any other details on him, was engaged by security personnel inside the school. That guy is deceased. Bouchard would not say whether he was shot by security personnel or died of some other means. Inside the school were an untold number of kids. That number has not been released. About an hour and a half after the reports of the shooting, parents who had arrived in the area were allowed inside the building. They were escorted up to the building by police. They were allowed inside to meet up with their children. A short time later, a number of younger kids, apparently preschoolers, were walked from another building, another location, into the parking lot of Temple, Israel, and they appeared to be with school personnel, school staff. They then were walked also, the young children, along with the staff, were also walked inside the school building. Oakland County, West Bloomfield Township is in Oakland County, Michigan. Oakland County is north and northwest of Detroit. It's considered, I believe, one of the most affluent counties in the state. Has a large population, probably close to 2-3 million people. It also is home to one of the largest Jewish populations in the metro area. There are a number of temples in and around, well, near Temple, Israel, in the area. Some of those temples actually had police officers parked outside their buildings this afternoon, likely as a precaution, I'm not sure.
This is a deeply disturbing and tragic incident, and our deepest sympathies are with the victims, their family, and the entire Jewish community. The FBI is here working with our state, local, and federal partners to investigate this incident, and I can confirm that we are leading the investigation right now as a targeted act of violence against the Jewish community. As my partners have said, this is an active and ongoing investigation with an active crime scene, and I ask for your patience as we process this evidence and pursue every lead that has come to us and that we have developed thus far. What I can share is this. There was one subject involved in this incident who is now deceased. And as my partners have said, we've had no victim fatalities. We will not be able to provide additional information at this time on the subject or his motive.
Today, we received a 911 call which came in around 12:19 p.m. It was about an active shooter situation at Temple, Israel, where the individual drove into the building. West Bloomfield officers arrived on scene under 5 minutes. Temple security officers engaged the individual and neutralized the threat. Our officers, combined with area agencies, cleared the building multiple times and safely and successfully evacuated all children and staff. This is an active crime scene, and we are examining every angle related to this situation.
No kids, no staff were hurt. Now, there were some injuries and things that had to be taken care of. One of the head of security was taken to the hospital. He got knocked down by the car when it breached the building, and we've had 30 law enforcement officers taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. So a lot of our folks from my SWAT team and other agencies are still in treatment. because that building became engulfed when the car and we'll learn all of that through the investigation, why it became engulfed in flames. This community works together hand in glove. This community takes care of each other. And we have been communicating regularly. I have been texting the chief, not just in West Bloomfield, but every place that's got significant houses of worship, Jewish facilities, synagogues, temples, you name it, over the past 2 weeks. Obviously, what happens around the world sometimes affects us, so we have to think about it and be prepared for it. So we've been talking. I texted actually the head of security from the temple 2 days ago and communicated some information to him.
As the CEO of the Jewish Federation of Detroit, I'd love to say I'm shocked or I'm surprised, but I'm not. This is something that we train for. Thank you to all of the law enforcement officers who stand behind us and the many who don't. Thank you to our Jewish community security team. This is a tough time. It is a tough time, but we will get through this. We'll get through this together. We'll get through this stronger. And we'll continue to be loud and proud of being Jewish. This will not change us. This will not deter us, and we will continue.